Welcome back Pokefans to part 2 of my Pokemon Flora Sky series. Now this is a ROM hack that I have just started and I did download the original version 1. I do know that there are two versions in this game. One is the complimentary Dex and one is the original one. This original series is a bit tougher than the complimentary Dex and also has a different kind of Pokemons than that game. So if you are actually downloading and playing this game with me, make sure you have the older version and not the complimentary Dex. If you do download the complimentary Dex, then you would totally have a different, Pokemon encounters in each and every routes, as well as different Pokemons for all of these trainers as well. Now this original version is a bit tougher and it does have some challenging Pokemons in here. Especially this first gym. Personally, when I have played it, I just remember that the first gym was so tough that I had to try twice to actually win it. So I have been training up my team members, and as you can see, they are a bit higher in level than the last episode. Now, we don't really have anything specific to do in Pure City, so I went ahead and immediately entered the first gym. This first gym is actually a fighting type gym. So if you do have the Starly that you have caught in Route A or Route B, this is gonna help you a lot. Personally, I haven't really caught the Starly, but at least I do have Rolls who should be able to help me. But I would actually prefer using a Starly over Rolls for this gym, just because some of the Pokemons do resist Rolls. Alright, let me actually quickly go through the gym trainers. I believe there are only 3 of them. And there's one more difference between this and the complimentary Dex version, where there are not many trainers in this, in this game. And I feel like you constantly have to train up your team members each and every time just to keep up with the level curve of this game. So if you're playing the original version, I would definitely recommend having your Pokemons around level 10, at least for the first gym. Alright, we haven't had too much difficulty considering I have been using Rolls, but I might have to switch up a bit for the gym leader over here, so let's see how that goes. Now the reason why I really like this game is because it does have quite a bit of challenge to it. It's not too difficult like Pokemon Kaizo, but it's not too easy like our normal Pokemon games. So that actually is pretty fun. Alright, here is the last trainer for this gym. And as you can see, each of these trainers actually have only 1 or 2 Pokemons, which means the game is kind of forcing you to go ahead and train up with the root Pokemons, just to make sure that you are able to challenge the gym leader. Now, this first gym leader has some very good Pokemons. It's quite tricky. They have had such a good, design for each of these trainers and their the Pokemons that they're gonna be having. So let's see how the challenge is gonna be. As you can see, my Rolls is at level 10, so I am actually going back. I don't think at the current level I'll still be able to beat the gym leader, and I guess it's better for me to actually train them up. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright, after some time, as you can see, I have just leveled up Rolls to level 11 and I have leveled up Turtwig to level 13. Now the main reason why I did that for Turtwig is because it learns Razor Leaf at 13, which does way more damage than Tackle or Absorb. So I just decided to go with that. Rolls I think shouldn't be too over leveled because I'm just gonna be using it for Tyrogue over here. I don't think Rolls will be able to stand up for the next 2 Pokemons that the gym leader will have. Alright, that was quite easy. Let's quickly switch up. The next Pokemon the gym leader is bringing out is gonna be Scraggy, who actually resists Rolls, so I can't really use it over here. I do have to depend on my Turtwig to take it down. Alright, Scraggy does have Workout, so sometimes the AI will go for that move. Personally, I feel like it's better to take it down before it starts using Workout, which increases its defense. Thankfully over here it didn't really use workout, so I guess I got a bit lucky. I'm also hoping that Razor Leaf will actually have a crit hit, so I can actually take down the Scraggy, but unfortunately not. It seems like the gym leader is getting to use his potions over here. Alright, I think one more move should be able to take it down, but as you can see it has almost taken half of my Turtwig's health. So you can see that the challenge is a bit tougher over here. But the final Pokemon is gonna be coming out. It's making me a bit nervous because he has a Hitmonchan. Now this Hitmonchan is gonna have some really good moves in its moveset, so it's gonna be quite tough for you. If you do have Starly evolved into Staravia, which it does at level 14, I think you'll have a pretty easy time defeating this. Otherwise, you would probably have to do what I'm doing over here, just trying to use my starter Pokemon, and I think it's time for me to actually heat it up. You can see that I have a lot of items. Now, these items are just because of my Zigzagoons. As I recommended, if you find Zigzagoons, quickly go ahead and add it to your team because you don't really have any other Pokemon for now. And since they do have pickup ability, they will definitely pick up a lot of items in this game. Personally, I got almost 4 super potions, 2 potions and some other items just from Zigzagoon when I was just, I guess, trying to train up my team members. So I'm really happy that I actually got both of them. Alright, over here I did decide to switch up into Rolls just because that I thought my Turtwig might go down over there. Alright, at least we were able to kind of sort of defeat the gym leader without using too many potions. But as you can see, it is a bit tougher if you're not ready. If you're under level for this gym, it would be, I would think it's better to just go back and train up. Finally, we have got our first gym badge. Now this is actually quite sooner for a Pokemon ROM hack. I think usually you do have to go to 2 to 3 routes, but over here it was quite a smaller route and the gym was quite tough. But I really like the challenge, so I'm quite happy that we got our first gym badge. We don't really have anything else to do in Pure City, so I think we can actually go ahead and exit this place. But before you exit, I would recommend just going ahead and heating up your team members because you will have another rival battle coming up pretty soon. So let me quickly heal up my team members and see you guys. For the coming up battle, I would definitely recommend having a water or a grass type Pokemon. Just because the rival that we are going to be battling is having a ground type Pokemon. So if you do have a water type starter or a grass type starter, I would definitely recommend switching out to them and keeping them in the first position. Alright, here is our rival Sky, and as you might remember, he actually has a Hippowdon. So he is going to be only using that Pokemon over there. Okay, I'm sorry, I guess I said Hippowdon, it's actually Hippotos. Now, even though this Hippotos is actually in level 10, it's quite difficult if you don't have a water or a grass type Pokemon. It is able to defeat it with just your Starly or Rolls or any other Pokemon that you have, but it's much easier and quicker if you have a grass type or a water type over here. Alright, he's actually going to be giving us Rock Smash TM, which means we do have to actually use it. So if you do have a Zigzagoon, another advantage of having it is for the HMs. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and exit this place. We do have another route coming up and there are going to be some newer Pokemons in that route as well. But for now, I think our team members are looking quite good. Alright, I did decide to just switch up Rolls back into the first. Just because Rolls, I feel like it takes a lot of EXP to evolve or level up as well. So I think having it up in front will actually easily able to level it up. Okay, I guess the game is going to be giving us a demo of how to use Rock Smash over here. Pretty fine by me. But there is a very special feature in this game. If you do use Rock Smash on any of the rocks, you do have a chance of getting items in this game. So that is amazing. And I think I'll try smashing all the rocks that I find just to see if we do get items as the game actually tells us. Alright, let me quickly teach Zigzagoon this move. And before we move on, there is one more trainer over here. So I do want to battle him. Alright, I guess this is gonna be the rich boy NPC who's gonna give us a lot of money for defeating him. Quite useful, so I'll quickly go ahead and battle him. Alright, he has a Zigzagoon as usual. This kind of reminds me of Pokemon Emerald a lot because most of the trainers do have the same Pokemons. And we are easily able to take it down with 2 hits. Not bad. I guess I do have to level up my team members a bit more. Just because the second gym is quite close and you don't really have too many Pokemon trainers in between. Here I'm trying to just use Rock Smash to see if we get an item. And we do. Alright, that is an ether that is for free. Ethers are quite useful, so I'm quite happy to get that as well. Now in this route you will be able to find Shinx, Growlithe and I guess Patrat and other Pokemons that we saw before. But I don't think I'll be catching any of these Pokemons for now. I know they are really good Pokemons, but I think we are going to be finding some really good Pokemons in the future as well. So I think my team members currently is pretty fine. Alright, let's move on. It seems like I'm still encountering Shinx over here. I did actually forget to buy some repels. That's the reason why we are still getting these encounters. Next time we go to a Pokemon, I'm definitely going to be buying some repels for here. Alright, let me run away from this one as well. I don't think I need them. Alright, here is our next trainer for this route, and it's going to be a schoolboy. Now all of these routes in this game, I see that they are quite small. And they do tend to have way less trainers than the normal games, which is okay. I guess that means we do have to manually train our Pokemons just running around the grass. Okay, at least the trainers do have Pokemons at quite a higher level. Level 8 is quite close to level 12, so they do have a challenge for us. And of course he has a Shinx of his own. Not bad. Now I'm wondering if Rolls will be learning any new move anytime soon, considering that it has only confusion in its moveset for now. We didn't really get any TM that we can actually use on Rolls, so I'm actually waiting for that as well. Alright, now that we have defeated him, I'll quickly go ahead and use Rock Smash on both of these rocks, just to check if we get any more items. And we do seem to have a fisherman over there. I remember that he actually gives us the old rod, which I do want to have. I have been thinking about this and I feel like I should start using a Magikarp in my team. I know I usually avoid it. I have been avoiding Magikarp for the past 2, I guess, playthroughs as well. But Gyarados is a really good Pokemon and I think it's time I go ahead and use it in my team. So let me actually try catching one. Alright, here is the old rod. I did go ahead and register it to my select button for now. Just because, we don't really have any other item to do so. Either way, here we have our Magikarp. Not bad. The one good thing I'm really happy about is that it is actually at level 8. That means I don't really have to struggle too much leveling it up. I know it's not going to be helping my team anytime soon, at least until level 20 when it evolves. But until then, I think I can still keep it in my team and level it up. Alright, let's see if we can catch it over here. And we do catch it. Not bad. I believe we have 2 more trainers in this route. And after that, we have a very small cutscene that's coming up as well. The storyline in this game is also really interesting. Till now, we haven't really got too much of the storyline. The only thing we know is that Team Magma is trying to find something in a forest, and I guess we have seen Crystallia's, I guess, kind of shadow. But nothing too much. I'm hoping that in the future we'll get more of the storyline and more about what we are going against. Alright, here we have another trainer, so let me quickly defeat this guy as well. Now, it seems like I do have to constantly heal up my members. We don't really have too many Pokemon centers in this game, so I would definitely recommend buying a lot of potions, super potions, etc. If you do have Zigzagoon in your team, that will also help, because for some reason I have seen that Zigzagoons do pick up a lot of items in this game, like way more items than the other Pokemon games. So I guess that's something they have tweaked as well. Alright, let me actually switch up. I did not want my Rolls to die over there. And it's a Scraggy, so I can't really do too much. Alright. I'm not too worried about the trainers in this route. I guess the only trainers that I usually worry about is the gym leaders. Just because I remember having a very tough time against all of the gym leaders in this game. Okay, one more Razor Leaf should be able to take this Pokemon down. And we have defeated this Pokemon. Not bad. Alright. Now that we have defeated him, we can move on to just pick up these berries. I know I'm not really that much of a berry master. I don't usually go ahead and, bury them back again. But I guess I could still, go ahead and just pick up all the berries in this route, just because they'll actually help you when you are going against a gym leader. Alright, let me actually go back. I do want to backtrack over here just because I think we have skipped one more trainer, and I do want to make sure I battle all of these trainers before we move on. And yep, here is the other trainer. Now, we did recently have a trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is quite nice. Seems like we do have a new kind of, I guess we can say, Pokemon transformation. This time it seems like crystallization or something. It is quite interesting. Not sure if I really like it. It's not like it's Dynamaxing or like Mega Evolving like the other games. But I guess we'll get to see how it is once we get the game. Of course, the game is gonna be releasing in November of this year, and I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping that I'll be able to complete this series before November, just to make sure that I don't leave the series in between when we get the new game released. Alright, here is the next big cutscene in our game. And it seems like Gardena is going against Dialga over here. Quite weird. Not sure why they both are fighting, but they seem to have destroyed the whole town, or at least hurt us in some way, because we apparently are in the Tauren world. Very weird, but okay. I guess we are gonna be going forward. And it seems like something else is here with us, which is actually quite scary in real world. But apparently in Pokemon game, it might be some Pokemon. So let's see what it's gonna be. And it's a Shaman. Now that is really cool. I believe that we will be able to catch this Shaman at some point in this game, but not anytime soon, which is pretty sad. Alright, now that cutscene is over, I did come out of the house. Even though the area is blocked, you will be able to find the TM for Protect over here, which according to me is gonna help us a lot in our second gym. I know that there is a annoying Delcatty in that second gym leader. I at least remember that. So we might need this move over there. Alright, seems like we do have another NPC over here named Flash. I guess that's her name. And I believe we have seen her once before in Mount Full Moon. So it's quite nice to see her over here again. And it seems like she actually dragged us back to her home during that event. Alright, the next thing to do is just go ahead and enter this hotel over here. You do have around 2 to 3 trainers over here who you can actually battle. I guess the storyline is that you do have to talk to the hotel manager who is gonna be just challenging you to battle all the trainers and give him 5 orange mail. If you do give him that, he'll actually give you honey in exchange, which you can actually use on the honey trees in this game. Personally, I actually forgot to get the 5 orange mails, so I won't be able to get the item that he's gonna give us, which I think it's pretty fine. I'm pretty sure we will be able to buy some honey in the future in this game, so I'm not too worried about it. For now, I'll just battle all of these trainers just because they are an easier way for me to level up my Pokemons. And considering that I'm trying to use a Rolls in this game, I definitely would need it. I have seen many people try and use rare candies, and I think that's a easier way to level up your team members as well. Personally, when I play a ROM hack game or any other Pokemon game, I tend to not use rare candies in my gameplay. Just because I feel like battling the Pokemons in the area is much easier. But if you have a very tough game where you do have to level up your Pokemons after each and every gym, then definitely using rare candy hacks are better. Personally, for this game, I don't think I'll use it. At least for now, I haven't been really using it. I feel like running around a route would actually help you find any rare Pokemons in that route, as well as get EXP when you defeat them. Alright, here is our next trainer who actually has a Pichu. Quite nice, but I don't think I'll actually use a Pichu or a Pikachu in this playthrough. I have actually passed up Shinx, so I do have to see which electric type Pokemon I will actually get next. Probably it will be a Mareep. I think that's the other Pokemon that I would probably use. But for now, I think my main focus would be just leveling up Rolls over here to level 15 and Magikarp to level 15. I think that is going to be a bit of a challenge, considering Magikarp doesn't really get any moves till level 15 where it learns Tackle. But I think switch training will still work out. Right. Seems like we might have to switch up over here, as Pansear did have a Oranberry, and I'm pretty sure it can actually take down my Rolls in the next turn. Okay, well, let's see this one. It seems like it was actually confused. Unfortunately, it actually hit me. I was hoping that it would hit itself over there, so now I guess I do have to switch out to Turtwig. I think Turtwig is the only Pokemon in my team who can actually easily level up. Both Magikarp and Rolls are going to be a struggle. But I think if you're using any other Pokemon like Shinx or Starly, I think you'll have much easier time. We do have a chance of catching a Growlithe back in Route C, which is quite nice, but Growlithe doesn't really get too many fire-type moves, so I think I'll pass it up for now. Maybe in a later stage, I might come back and catch it. Alright, since we are here, let me actually go ahead and check out the next route. I'm pretty sure it's going to be blocked for now, but there are a few trainers that we can actually battle. And once we do have to make our way back to the main city that is right next to Route A, because this part of the game is currently blocked for us. We do have it in a future. Alright, here in Route D, according to what I've seen a lot of grass type Pokemons. So if you haven't got the grass type starter, this is actually a really good place for you to get a grass type Pokemon. You have like all of the grass type Pokemons over here that are available in this game. Alright, I guess we can still go ahead and use Rolls up in front, but I will go ahead and switch Turtwig back just because we do have a pair of trainers in this route, and I do want to try getting Magikarp some EXP as well. Alright, Here is one of the trainer who actually has a Paris. I believe we will be able to find this Paris in this route as well. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and use Confusion. We should be able to take it down into hits. Alright, let's see which Pokemon is gonna be next, and apparently it's a Caterpie. I guess I shouldn't have expected anything else from a bug type trainer. But this is pretty easy for us to take down, and it is almost, I guess I thought it would level up my rolls, but I guess not. Alright, let me go back. There is one more path we can actually take. And here is a Lillipop. Now this is also a really good Pokemon, just because that it does have pickup ability as well as some really good moves that we'll actually learn. I really personally like it. And I believe Herdier is one of those Pokemons who will give you a lot of EXP if you defeat it as well, so that's nice. Alright, here is the next pair of trainers in this route. And I believe that this is the last pair of trainers that we can actually battle for now. So let's quickly go ahead and defeat them. Alright, seems like the girl actually has a Mareep that is quite nice. I'm hoping to catch one, but I believe we won't be able to find it over here. We do have to go back and go through another route, and that's where we will probably find it. For now, I'll go ahead and keep rolls up in front, but I will go ahead and switch into Turtwig, just because I'm pretty sure the Pokemons will try and target my Magikarp over here. Alright, yep, I was right. It seems like both of them are gonna be kind of targeting me. And let me actually try using Razor Leaf, just to make sure that we are able to at least take one of them down. Not bad. Rolls it's at level 14, so that's really good. Rolls is actually catching up with Turtwig, so I shouldn't have too much difficulty leveling it up one more level. Let's quickly go ahead and defeat this trainer, and we can move on. Now the only issue with this game is if you don't really know where to go, or if you don't really have a walkthrough, it's kind of tough to actually get to know by yourself that you can't really go through this route, and you have to go back all the way back to the home. So I think the first time when I played this game, I definitely got stuck at this point of the game because I didn't have any idea of where to go. But now I'll quickly go ahead and just train up my Magikarp over here and then move on to the next route. Alright, here we are going back to where we have begun. And we are back in Small Town. Now we do have to go south of Small Town to go to the next route. And this is where we do have to currently continue our journey. So let me quickly go ahead and go to this route as well. As you might remember, I did mention I'll try and make smaller videos for this gameplay. So I think after this route, I'll probably end out this episode. But for now, you can see that the level has suddenly jumped. We had trainers around level 10 back over there, I think level 8 or 10. And over here we have the Pokemons around level 12, which is way closer to my Pokemons. So if you have any difficulty, just quickly go ahead and train up your Pokemons a bit higher than the level that they are. Just because most of these Pokemons do have some really good moves. Even though they don't really learn that move around that time, they still tend to have that. So personally, I think this is a really good place for my Pokemons. I feel like around level 14 to 15 is quite good. But as you can see, I'm still struggling with my rolls. So I think you will have some easy time. Alright, this is not really good. I wanted my rolls to actually go ahead and take down this Troomish over here, just because I wanted to get all of the EXP. I was quite lucky in this last turn. I thought if I did actually lose my rolls, I would have to probably go back and train it up. Alright, it is at level 15. Rolls does evolve at level 20, so I'm quite happy about that. I think we'll have Rolls evolved before the second gym. And I believe we don't have any items around here. But we do have a Pokemon that we want to catch in this route, so let me actually run around and let's see if we can actually encounter it. Alright, definitely not a Zigzagoon. And as you can see, the level of the Pokemon as well is much closer to the level of Pokemon the trainers also tend to have. So training up your Pokemons on this route will actually help you as well. Now, since my Rolls was at low health, I did go back to my home and just healed it up. And here is the Pokemon that I actually wanted to catch. It's actually going to be a Mareep. But I believe that we'll be able to catch Mareep around level 10 in this route. So I might go ahead and catch another one in the future if I do find a level 10 Mareep over here. Just because I think it's easier to just catch a level 10 Mareep rather than sitting and training it up in this route. For now, just for the sake of it, I'll go ahead and catch it. I'm not really sure what is the nature of this Pokemon, which I think is gonna be a bit of a matter in this game. Just because the Pokemon trainers going further on will actually have some really good trained up Pokemons. So if you don't have a really good nature on your Pokemon, I would just recommend you guys go ahead and try to find another one, just because the challenge is gonna be much tougher later on. Alright, that is the Mareep that I wanted to catch. I still didn't see what nature it is. I probably will see it later. For now, let me actually move on. We do have this one trainer left in this route. So let me quickly go ahead and battle him as well before we end out this episode. Alright, he actually has a Buizel. I believe we can actually find Buizel in this route as well. Now, I'm not sure if we find it through surfing, or I guess we can actually find it in the grass, but I believe we can actually find it over here as well. Not bad. We do get a lot of XP taking down these Pokemons. And he has the Electrike as well. Now, that is another Pokemon that you will find in this route. So if you didn't like Mareep, you can definitely go ahead and try to get a Electrike. Electrike is a really good third gen Pokemon. I have used it so many times in all of my playthrough and I really love using it. So it is a really good solid Pokemon. Alright, it seems like it's night time over here, so I guess the timing of the game has changed. But that is all for this episode. In the next episode, we'll make our way to the next city and let's see if we can get our second gym badge over there as well. But for now, thank you all for watching my video. If you have started playing this game with me, let me know what Pokemons you are using as well. And please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.